Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a blessed Sunday. And in the news this morning for March 3, 2024, it's now JLP 7, PNP 6 as ECJ contradicts EOJ. In a major embarrassment for Jamaica's electoral authorities, the Electoral Commission of Jamaica has revised the final count for the local government election that took place on Monday, February 26, giving 7 municipal corporations to the Jamaica Labour Party and 6 to the People's National Party. The PNP's 6 includes the Portmore City Municipality. The ECJ also reported a 2020 tie for the Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. The revised results, as announced by the ECJ Saturday evening, is a major slapdown for the Electoral Office of Jamaica, which insisted that the JLP had won 7 municipal corporations to 5 for the PNP, while not accounting Portmore, which a PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell has insisted all week is a municipality like the 13 others. The shifting count, as reported by the EOJ all week, resulted in both parties claiming victory, and even with the revised data presented by the ECJ, it is not known whether the PNP will revise its position, as it has insisted that it won the elections, claiming victory for the KSAMC since it will appoint the mayor, having won the popular vote in Kingston and St. Andrew and nationally. According to the ECJ, the JLP was victorious in St. Thomas, Portland, Clarendon, St. James, St. Elizabeth, Trelawney and St. Anne. It said the PNP was victorious in Westmoreland, Hanover, St. Mary, St. Catherine, Manchester and Portmore, where it claimed 9 of the 12 electoral divisions. The ECJ said with all the ballots counted, the result is that the JLP won the election for control of the local authorities with 7 of the local authorities, and the PNP won 6 of the local authorities, inclusive of the Portmore municipality. The ECJ explained that in the case of a tie in the number of divisions in a municipal corporation, as in the case of the KSAMC, the 8th schedule of the Representation of the People Act guides the process for the selection of the chairperson or mayor. Paragraph 61, subparagraphs 5A and B of the 8th schedule of the ROPA states, in the event of a tie in the votes in the course of electing a chairperson of a municipal corporation, the principal returning officer shall have a casting vote and shall exercise that casting vote in favor of the councillor who has the support of the majority of the councillors who are members of a political party that received the majority of the votes cast in the area within the jurisdiction of the municipal corporation in the preceding election held pursuant to this schedule, and B, thereafter preside over the election of the deputy mayor, and in the event of a tie in the votes, exercise a casting vote in favor of the councillor who has the support of the majority of the councillors who are not members of the political party of which the chairperson is a member. The ECJ noted that the final count in respect of the KSAMC indicates that the PNP and the JLP will each have 20 councillors. As such, it said the PNP, having received the majority of the votes cast in that municipal corporation, will determine who will be the chairman or mayor, while the JLP will thereafter select the deputy mayor. Meanwhile, the ECJ said the meeting of the KSAMC shall be held on Thursday, March 7, 2024 at noon. The principal returning officer by law will officiate in the selection process of the PNP's nominee for the position of mayor and for the JLP nominee as a deputy mayor. Police names a suspect in 16-year-old Tara Elisa Dennis's murder. The Westmoreland police have listed a suspect in the shooting death of 16-year-old Tara Elisa Dennis and are appealing to him to surrender himself to the lawmen immediately. He has been identified as Anthony McNeil, otherwise called Spliffy or Jermaine. The police have also detained the injured man, who has been released from hospital. He is being questioned by the lawmen regarding Dennis's killing. Zone 4 Commander for Little London and Negril, Deputy Superintendent of Police Sean J. Mitchell, told the news that the suspect is the ex-boyfriend of the now deceased teen. He is being asked to turn himself in immediately to the Westmoreland Police or the nearest police station, Mitchell warned. DSP Mitchell said that the police have detained several persons in relation to Dennis's murder. We have picked up several men. The other injured person has been treated and is being questioned, he told the news. Meanwhile, the top cop took the opportunity to appeal to citizens to refrain from harboring criminals as it is an offense. He said that they should instead provide the police with useful information and call 119, the nearest police station or Crime Stop at 311. Reports from the police are that Dennis disembarked a vehicle in Little London Square and was later accompanied by a man who walked her home from work. The two later sat on Dennis's veranda and talked. It is alleged that shortly after, McNeil entered the yard and opened fire at them. The police said residents later alerted them, and upon their arrival, both Dennis and her male companion were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were transported to the hospital, where Dennis was pronounced dead and the other man admitted for treatment. 16-year-old killed in Westmoreland was working because of financial woes, says grandmother. This Wednesday would have been 2 weeks since 16-year-old Tara Dennis, who was shot and killed allegedly by her ex-boyfriend, comped an ice cream server job at a cafe in Negril, as her family said she encountered financial woes and had to halt her educational quest. Through some circumstances, she says she wants some work because she go help me in life, Carmen said of her granddaughter, who she described as jovial and hardworking. The teen, who lived at Grantbush in Top Road, Little London, attended the Little London High School and promised her grandmother to take care of her in the future. However, her life was short-lived as she was gunned down on her veranda by her ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend is said to be a neighbor. She lives here with me, just across the road the person of interest lives, Carmen Dennis told the news. Her grandmother said Dennis was excited to collect her first paycheck. Meanwhile, the teen's aunt, who did not wish to be identified, is pleading with the Jamaicans to help bring the perpetrator to justice. "It hurt me. She no deserve this. I want them find him. Him wicked," she said angrily. She said her niece had plans to return to school with her help and was working to make that a reality. "She no live no life yet. Jealousy and bad mind cause it. All she do is work and try to earn," the distraught aunt told the news. Dennis is said to have died at the entrance to her door as she failed in her attempt to escape. Her aunt told the news that she believes the male companion was the target, but because her niece would have been a witness, her life was snuffed out. No decision yet on continued membership of Dennis Meadows in PNP. Having been stripped of his role as a caretaker for the constituency of Trelawney North, there is no word yet on the membership of Dennis Meadows in the People's National Party. Mr. Meadows was removed as a caretaker following comments made seemingly in support of scamming while on the campaign trail. His removal came despite him issuing an apology for his statement. General Secretary of the PNP, Dr. Dayton Campbell, speaking Thursday with the news, said that the internal committees of the party will make a determination as to the future of Mr. Meadows in the PNP. Phantom shot dead in Clarendon. A man was shot dead at a bar on Dick Drive in Lioneltown, Clarendon on Friday night. The dead man has been identified as 33-year-old Jason Watson, otherwise called the Phantom, a farmer from Dick Drive. Reports reaching the news indicate that around 7:30 p.m., Watson was standing outside the bar when a man walked up from a nearby lane. The man, the police said, opened a gunfire, hitting Watson in the upper body. The man then fled. The now deceased ran into a nearby yard where he reportedly collapsed. Residents assisted Watson to the Lioneltown Hospital where he was pronounced dead while undergoing treatment. No motive has yet been established for the attack, the police said. 20-year-old charged after alleged bar robbery in Manchester. Detectives assigned to the Manchester Division have laid charges against a man after he allegedly robbed a bar on Saturday, February 24. Charged with robbery with aggravation, possession of prohibited weapon, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony is 20-year-old Christian Saman, a carpenter of Asia in the parish. Reports are that about 2:30 p.m., Saman allegedly went inside a bar, pointed a handgun at a woman, and ordered her to get down on her knees before smashing a poker machine and removing all the cash. He then allegedly demanded the woman hand over her Alcatel tablet valued at $47,000 and also took $5,000 in cash before escaping. He was later arrested and subsequently charged. His court date is being arranged.